Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 1,000-point 8th edition battle report between my Deathwatch and RJ's Ynnari. So the story that we've got here, going on here, is that the Deathwatch were sent in to purge the alien. Plain and simple. The Ynnari showed up on this planet, and the Deathwatch were called in to go and take them out and cleanse this planet once again for the Emperor. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be playing the secure and control mission with objectives. My objective is right underneath my dreadnought there, and his objective is back in there. So that's what we've got going on right now. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that will be fighting it out today. So for the Deathwatch, I'll be running a patrol detachment. Leading off the patrol detachment, I have a watch captain with a xeno phase sword. We have a kill team with 5 vets with a shotgun, 2 frag cannons, and 2 Infernus heavy bolters, a vanguard vet with a bolt pistol and chainsword, and a Terminator with an assault cannon and power fist. We have a second kill team with 5 vanguard vets. The sergeant has a xeno phase sword. There are 2 with Thunderhammer storm shields, 2 with heavy Thunderhammers. Then we have 4 vanguard vets, 1 with a heavy Thunderhammer, 1 with lightning claws, 1 with a power fist and grav pistol, and 1 with a storm shield and power maul, and a Terminator with a Melta-Fist and a storm bolter. And last but not least, we have a venerable dreadnought with dreadnought close combat weapon, heavy flamer, and plasma cannon. So for the Ynnari, he'll be running a patrol of Harlequins and a supreme command of Ynnari. Leading off the patrol, we have a troop master. We have a 5-man Harlequin troop with 2 Harlequin embraces, 2 Harlequin caresses, 1 Harlequin kiss, and everyone has fusion pistols. We have a 2-unit squad of Skyweavers with Zephyr blades and shuriken cannons. And we have a Star Weaver with 2 shuriken cannons. Then for the Ynnari Supreme Command Detachment, we have an Archon with a Husk Blade, Blast Pistol, and Phantasm Grenade Launcher. We have a Venom with Twin Splinter Cannon. We have a Shadow Seer with Mist Stave, Neural Disruptor, and Hallucinogenic Grenade Launcher. We have a Farseer with a Singing Spear. And last but not least, we have Yavren. All right, so those are the armies that are going to be fighting out today. Going over deployment, I've got my kill team over here with all the shooty weapons. I've got my dreadnought right on the objective there. I've got my kill team with all of the punchy weapons, along with my captain back over here. Going over deployment now for the Ynnari, we've got the Skyweavers back over in here. We've got the Star Weaver with the troop and the troop master inside. And then we have the Venom over here with all of with the Supreme Command inside of it. So as of right now, Ynnari are going to be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a Phil first. No, so it will be their turn first. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Ynnari here on turn 1. Movement phase here for the Ynnari. His Skyweavers shut up this way, looking on these guys, I'm sure. These guys disembarked from their transport and moved up over here. The Venom moved up over here after dropping off Yavren and the Farseer, and that is it for movement phase. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, my mistake. No psychic phase. They're not in range for the things that we wanted to do. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off, the Venom is going to shoot into my kill team over here. So here we go. 12 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Winning on 4s always.
Hitting on 3s. Alrighty, pretty good. And now wounding on 4s.
Because of poison.
Because of poison. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. AP 0. So I'm actually going to take it one at a time, I think, on my Terminator here, because he's got the 2-up save. So once, well, 2 at a time, I guess, because he's got the 2 wounds. So we're going to do it 2 at a time there. 2-up save. All right, good so far. 2 up save. Takes 1 wound. And they're good. I should have run it one at a time, but it ended up being okay. So, cool. All right. Now, his Star Weaver is going to, took me a second to remember, is going to shoot into my Venerable Dread over here. So, we've got 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Ooh, pretty good. All right, wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And here comes the shuriken cannons from these guys, hitting into these guys. So, hitting on 4s because they advanced. Alrighty, 3 hits, strength 6, so toughness 4, looking for 3s to wound. Alright, so we got 3 wounds, AP nothing. I've got to take them one at a time on my Terminator since I started taking wounds on him. 2 up, he's good. 2 up, nope, he did. And then 3 up here. No, alright. Alright, onto the fight phase, charge phase. These guys are going to charge into them. I've got the one guy with the bolter in there, and he is going to fire Hellfire rounds that are wounding on 2s. So 2 shots hitting on 6s. Nothing there. So he's got a 9-inch charge to get in here. And he is in. Alright, so we'll come back to you with the fight phase.
4 with them.
So starting out the fight phase, these guys are going to be attacking into them first. So, hitting on 3s. Ooh, pretty good. All right, strength what?
4.
Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Ooh, we got 2 wounds, or 2 hits there. I'm gonna take them on guys with storm shields. So looking for 3 ups. Okay, 1 failed, and it's how many wounds? 2 wounds each. So that guy, one of those guys will be dead. Now, activating my squad, we're going to start with my Watch Sergeant. He's got 3 attacks with the Xeno Phase Blade. So, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Alright. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. 4 up invul save. No, so it takes a wound. So now we're going to move on to the guys with the heavy thunder hammers there. We've got 4 attacks between them, hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit with a heavy thunder hammer. Alrighty, so 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Makes them both. Now we're gonna go with the guy with the regular thunder hammer. 2 attacks hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit. All right, we got 1 hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up invul save. No, he's good. Now we're gonna go with the guy with the power fist. 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, hitting on 4s. Sorry, -1 to hit. Oh, okay, nothing there. And now we've got the guy with the lightning claws. So he's got 1 extra attack because he's got 2 lightning claws. These are gonna be hitting on 3s. All right, we got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. Rerolling because of lightning claws. Nope. And now the guy with the power ball is gonna attack. Hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. And he fails both of them. All right. And that is the end of the Ynnari turn here. I lost 3 guys from this unit, but their leadership right now is 9 with the sergeant there, so he can't fail that one. And he just lost 1, which he can't fail either.
Yeah, leadership 9.
Leadership 9 as well, so they're good to go. So that is it for their turn. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 1. He moved over to there looking on him. He stood still, and these guys started moving up this way. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. So starting with the shooting, my Venerable Dreadnought here is going to fire into his Star Weaver. So it's heavy D3 shots, 2 shots. Hitting on 4s because he has Mirage launchers. So it makes it +1 to hit, or -1 to hit on the face. So looking for 4s. Nope, nothing. Womp womp.
But he's in the transport.
Now this unit is going to fire into his troop over there. So we're going to start with the guy in the front there with the bolt pistol. He is going to be using the Hellfire round, so wounding on 2s. So hitting on a 3. Nope, nothing there. Now the frag cannons here are going to fire into them. They're assault 2, and there's 2 of them in there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, all hits, wounding on 2s. We got all 4 wounds, so 4 4-up invul saves. Fails 3 of them, ooh, rough. Now the Infernus heavy bolters are going to fire into them. So they're going to use the heavy bolter part. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s, I'm sorry, because of the fact that they moved is -1. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Oh, failed at both. And that is first blood. Now my guy with the grav pistol is going to fire into him. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Strength 5, toughness 4, so wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 4-up invul save. He's good. That's it for shooting phase. Onto the charge phase. My watch captain is going to charge in, and he is, wow, really in. All right, so we'll move him in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight phase. Yeah, we're going to start here with the captain, who's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. So we got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. All right, that's all hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so looking for 4s to wound. So that is 2 wounds. 2 4-up saves. I have to reroll that one because of the Xeno Phase Blade. Oh, and it goes down 2 wounds, so he's down to 1 wound. And now we're going to start with now we're going to activate my kill team there. So we're going to start with my sergeant. He's going to be hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. Thank God I remembered that now from the watch captain. All right. When it wasn't meant to be, it's not meant to be. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 4-up invul save. It made it, so I got to re-roll it. Oh, and he goes down. All right, so I will consolidate them, and then we will. That's the end of the Deathwatch turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Ynnari. Movement phase for the Ynnari here. His venom advanced up to there. These guys disembarked, and then the Star Weaver moved up over here. Did disembark from the venom before it moved. Then his Star Weaver moved up over to here. Did not advance, just moved, right? Yeah, just moved up to there. And then his Farseer moved up over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. And now his Farseer is going to cast Doom onto my Dreadnought over here. So it's Warp Charge 7. Does not go off.
I'll spend Runes of the Farseer.
Oh, he's going to use Runes of the...
reroll a single dice
cool.
Psychic phase.
He's going to use the Runes of the Farseer. No, it still fails. And we'll keep coming. Maybe more, right? Or is that it for psychic powers?
No, I got more.
Oh, he's got more. Okay, we'll come back to that. Now his not Farseer. Shadowseer is going to cast Mirror Minds onto my Dreadnought here. So, looking for 8. Does not make it. Do you want to spend a command point?
I got 4 of those, so I'll do that.
All right, he's going to use a command point. That does go off.
With 8.
All right, perfect. So now what happens is we roll off. If he gets a higher roll than I do, my guy will take a mortal wound, and then we roll again and keep going until he finally fails. But yeah, so let's see. Roll off. Oh, tied, which means we just re-roll, but no mortal wounds. Okay, so I take 1 mortal wound. Tied. And a 6, so 1 mortal wound. Ugh, brutal. But he's also venerable, which means that on a 6, he ignores that lost wound. No, so he does take the lost wound. And now he is going to cast Smite into these guys here. So looking for a 5. It goes off with a 6. So one of my guys is dead. D3, I'm sorry, just 1. Okay, so yeah. One of my guys is dead. And now he is going to start off the shooting phase by firing into my venerable Dreadnought. He's going to use the twin shirking cannons. He's going to be re-rolling 1s. Oh, re-rolling wounds because of Doom going off on him. So here comes his shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. So 3 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 5s.
And 6 is AP -3.
Re-rolling wounds because of Doom. So we got 1 wound. AP nothing, so 3-up save. Make it with a fill phase. Woo! Now the Archon is going to fire into them. We're going to go with the Phantasm Grenade Launcher, so D3. Oh no, D3. Yeah,
D3. Whoops.
1, hitting on a 2, so that's a hit. So that just means that they are -1 leadership now, so down to 8.
1, so it
oh, it is strength 1, so it can wound on a 6.
No.
No wound. Now he's going to shoot his pistol into them.
Blast pistol. Yeah.
Blast pistol. So hitting on a
2.
Hitting on a 2. So that's a hit.
Wounding
Strength 3.
Strength 8.
It's strength 8
for this guy.
Okay, so wounding on a 2. All right, that's a wound.
AP -4.
AP -4. Yeah. So I'm going to be taking that on the guy with the storm shield. These are going to be looking for a 3-up. He's good.
So
now these guy is going to shoot into them. The shadow seer. So we're going to go with the neural disruptor. Hitting on a 3. Oh, hitting on a 2. So that's a hit.
And then wounding on a 5.
Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. AP -3. So we're going to go on another guy with a storm shield. 3-up. I'm going to re-roll that with a command point. They're good.
2.
And now the hallucinogen grenade launcher is going to fire into them. Hitting on a 2. That's a hit. So he does 2d6. If it's higher than my leadership, which is down to 8 now, they suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Higher or equal to.
Higher or equal to, sorry.
So I need to know.
Oh, no. Okay. So that is... Whoop.
Hold on. No, I have to get a 4. I'm not going to...
Yeah, okay. No, so, okay. So that is that shooting.
On the Troop Master.
And now the Troop Master is going to fire into these guys with his shuriken pistol. Hitting on a 3.
2.
Oh, hitting on a 2. All right, that's a hit.
Not hit.
Oh, does not. That was a 1. Sorry, did not hit. I'm sorry. I looked like a 2 from on the screen from what I was seeing. So I think that is it for the shooting phase. That is it for shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the charge phase. All right. So moving on to the charge phase. Archon's going to charge in first. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with the Hellfire rounds from my 1 bolter there, hitting on 6s. Nothing there. So he needs a, was it a 3?
It was 5 for the Archon.
5,
6
so,
for this one, 7.
Yeah, 5, 6, and then 7. So he is in. All right. So now why don't you roll the Shadow Seer?
All right. Needing 6 inches.
All right, he is in. Because I can't fire Overwatch now they're engaged. And then you've got the Troop Master. Is in as well. All right. Now moving on to the fight phase. His 3 guys are going to go first. So we're going to start with the Archon first.
6 attacks.
6 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right. What is it? Strength?
Strength 3 on the Huskblade.
Strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound. Oh, okay. So we got 5 wounds there.
AP -3 and D3 damage each.
AP -3, D3 damage each. So we're going to start with the 2 guys who have storm shields. So we've got 5 hits from this thing. So we're going to start with the storm shield ones first. So -3, you said? AP -3? Yeah.
D3 damage.
D3 damage. So we're going to go with the 2 guys with the storm shields looking for 3-ups. Okay, I am going to spend a command point on that. No, okay. So now we've got only 1 guy left. With a storm shield, 3-up. Oh, okay. So he's dead, and a -3, so now we've got 2 6-up saves. No, none of those. Wow, that was super brutal. All right, now we're going to go to the Troop Master. He's got, what?
5 attacks.
5 attacks.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. All right, wounding on 5s. 1 wound there.
AP -3.
AP -3, so looking for a 6-up. No, nothing there.
With a misstave, so he's strength 5.
And now the Shadow Seer is going to attack in with his misstave.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
Wounding on 3s.
2s, wounding on 3s.
Oh, re-rolling to wounds.
Re-rolling to wounds.
Because of the Troop Master.
And that is 3 wounds.
At AP -1.
AP -1.
Yes.
So looking for 4s. If I fail any of these, those guys are wiped. Yeah, I failed all 3 of them.
Oh, God.
Brutal. And the Archon is going to use that to Soul Burst, and he's going to charge into my Dreadnought over here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch. Heavy D3 with the Plasma. All right, 1. Hitting on a 6. Nope, nothing there. Glad I didn't overcharge it. And then I've got the Heavy Flamer on him as well.
Ouch.
So he is going to have... Heavy Flamer is... Come on, where is that? Heavy Flamer is heavy D6. How many inches does he weigh?
He's 5, so he needs a 4.
5 inches away, so I need a heavy D6. So heavy D6. 5. These auto hit, so these are 5 hits at strength 5, so toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds.
All right, 2 up invols.
2 up invols. Oh, he fails the first one.
What's the AP?
The AP is, I think it's AP -1.
So 2 6-ups.
2 6-ups.
No,
he fails. So he takes 3 wounds. Brutal.
Ouch.
And now, do you want to roll your charge distance?
Yes.
So he needs a 4-inch charge. Oh, he is way in.
All right, great.
And now, because he came in contact with him in the fight phase, I'm going to activate my Dreadnought. So I've got 4 attacks here, hitting on 2s. Okay. So I got 3 attacks, 3 hits, strength 12, toughness 3. So wounded on 2s. That's 3 wounds. Yeah, wounded on like -1s. He's dead. And that is the turn for the Ynnari here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 2. My watch captain moved up over there. These guys moved up over here. He stood where he was. So that's it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off, my Venerable Dread is going to fire all his weapons into him. So we're going to start with the plasma cannon. I'm not going to overcharge it. So D3 shots. So 2 shots. Hitting on 2s -1 because of, flicker field. So looking for 3s. Oh, glad I did not overcharge that. And now the heavy flamer. 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5. Looking for 4s to wound. I got 1 wound. -1.
So 1 4 up.
4 up. He's good. Now we're going to start over here. The frag cannons are going to fire in there. They're going to use the frag rounds. So it's 2d6 each. So there's 2 of them in there. So we've got 4d6 hits. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It says the auto.
All right, 12 hits. Strength 6, toughness 5. So 3s to wound. All right. It's a whole lot of 1s and 2s there. So we've got 6 wounds here. AP -1, so 6 4-up saves, either from invul or from whatever. All right, 6 4-ups. Takes 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. Now the Infernus Heavy Bolters are going to fire in there. We're going to start with the Flamer, because they're going to fire both of them. So both portions, because you can actually fire one or both. And if you fire both, you're shooting at -1, but the Flamers auto hit. So those the Flamer parts are D6 each, so there's 2 of them in there. 2d6. We got 7 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5, looking for 4s to wound. 2 wounds. AP -1, so we got 2 4-up saves. Oh no, he failed him. So yeah, he did. All right. Yeah, we rolled to see if he exploded, and he didn't explode. Now my watch captain is going to fire into his Shadow Seer there. He's going to use the Hellfire rounds, wounding on a 2+. His normally would have -1 to the wound rolls, but it says always wounds on a 2+. So I think we're not sure about that, but we're pretty sure, because it says always versus just wounds on a 2+, that it becomes always. So you always wound the 2+. So anyway, so here comes the hit. Anyway, on 2+ to hit. Oh, that's a hit. Wounding on a 2+. That is also a wound at a 2+. 4-up invul save. No, so he takes a wound. That's it for shooting. On to assault phase. My Dreadnought is going to assault into here. Do you want to roll Overwatch for them?
Dreadnought into the venom?
Yes.
12 splinter.
So 12 splinter cannon shots. These are going to be hitting on 6s.
And then wounding on 6s.
All right, so we got 2 hits, wounding on 6s.
And it's your turn, and it's not my next psychic phase yet, so they're wounding on 6s re-rolling.
Re-rolling, it's because of Doom. Doomy, doomy, doom. Hey, 1 wound. AP 0. So 3-up save. Oh, he fails it. On a 6-up, he ignores that wound. No, so he takes it. All right, and his charge distance is in. Now these guys are going to charge into the Troop Master there. So overwatching with the Shuriken Cannon, Shuriken Pistol hitting on a 6. No there. And here comes their charge distance. 10 will get them way in. And now my Watch Captain is going to charge into his Shadow Seer. So overwatching here on a 6.
Hallucinogen Grenade Launcher.
Hallucinogen Grenade Launcher on a 6. That's cocked. Nope, no hit there. And then
Nero Disruptor.
Nero Disruptor on a 6. Ooh, cocked. No, nothing there. And his charge distance is totally in. Whoop, that one's cocked, but still totally in. All right, so we'll move them in and we'll come back to the fight phase. So starting out the fight phase, we're gonna start with my Dreadnought here. He's gonna attack into the Venom. I've got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so that is 4 hits. Strength 12, so wounding on 2s. That is 4 wounds. 4 4-up invul saves.
5 up.
Oh, he's got 5-up invul saves, so 4 5-ups. Makes 1 of them, so that's 3 that go through. And I think, 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 3, so he is dead. Let's see if he explodes on a 6+. No, all right. Now, my Watch Captain is gonna attack into his guy there. So we've got 4 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, that is 4 hits. Wounding on, usually it would be 3s because he's actually strength 4 to toughness 3, but he has it where it's a -1 to wound, so he's going to be wounding on 4s. Cocked. All right, so that is 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Re-rolling both because of the Xenophase Sword. Makes 1 of them, all right. And now his Warlord trait is on a 6+, he ignores it. Oh, and he ignores it, well done. All right, so now these guys are gonna attack in here. I've got my Sergeant, and I've got 5 other guys, and one of them has a chainsword, so it comes out to this many attacks. These are gonna be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the Watch Captain being within there. All right, no 1s, but only 1. Oh, no, there is 1 1. And there was a 1 2. And that goes to a hit. Wow, this is pretty good. Normally it would be wounding on 3s, but it's going to be wounding on 4s because he's within the bubble for the Shadow Seer. Oh, wish I could re-roll these ones. All right, actually that's super good. So he's got 3, 6, 7, 8 4-up invul saves. Oop. 8 4-up invul saves. That one's cocked. That one's a cocked, yeah. Nope, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is dead. So they consolidated over surrounding him there, but then I was told he has a flip belt, so it doesn't make a difference. But now he gets to attack back with his Shadow Seer. So these attacks, who do you want to put him on? To the captain?
How many wounds does the captain have?
4, I believe. 5, maybe 5.
Yeah, 2 for damage, so I think I'll put it on.
Okay, so he's going to put him on to the captain. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, so 3 hits. Strength
5 on the misstave.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s.
Not rerolling because the troop master's
not rerolling, so he's got 3 wounds there.
AP -1.
AP -1, so it's going to be a 4-up save for him. He's got 5 wounds, that turns out. Oh no, he might have 4. I gotta check that again. So, wounding on, looking for 4-up saves. Make 1. I'm gonna spend a command point to reroll. No, whoa, that would have been great. All right, so D3 wounds.
2d3.
2d3. Oh, 6 wounds. Yeah, he did. All right. Oh, but he's got his Warlord trait, so that's 6 wounds, right?
Yep.
So, yep, I took the Warlord trait ignoring on 6s, so let's see. Can I get enough 6s to save his life? Looking for 2. I got 1. Oh, 5 damage. Yeah, he did. So that is Slay the Warlord. And that is the end of the Deathwatch turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Ynnari on turn 3. Movement phase for the Ynnari. He stayed in combat there. He moved up. She also moved up. That is it for the movement phase. Those are the 3 bounces he's got left. But now we are going to move on to the psychic phase.
Charge 6.
Starting off here, Yvrain is going to cast, what is it called?
Ancestor's Grace.
Ancestor's Grace onto his Shadow Seer there. So looking for a 6. Goes off. Wow, well done. The Farseer is going to cast Doom onto these guys here. Needing 7. Goes off with an 8. And now he's going to cast Smite onto these guys, looking for a 5. That goes off with a 9. It's D3 mortal wounds, 1 mortal wound. He is going to cast Mirror of Minds onto the Dreadnought.
Warp charge 8.
Warp charge 8. What's that one? 6, so it does not go off.
I'm down to 2 command points, so
he's going to use a command point to reroll. No, it does not go off. And now he's going to cast Smite into this unit here, looking for 5. Goes off. So D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds. And moving on to the shooting phase now, he's going to fire his Neural Disruptor into there because it's a pistol. So hitting on a 3?
2.
A 2, so that's a hit.
Rerolling ones, though.
Rerolling, and strength
3, so wounding
strength
on
3,
5.
so wounding on 5s. No wound. And that is it for the shooting phase. So we're going to move on to the fight phase. So he's going to start off here. So he's going to have 3 attacks. Hitting on what?
2s, rerolling 1s.
Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of Doom. So that's all hits. Oh, Ancestor's Grace, sorry. So those are all hits.
And then wounding on
Strength
3s because
strength 5, so wounding on 3s.
Rerolling because of Doom.
Rerolling because of Doom, but no need to. So that's 3.
AP -1.
AP -1. So I'm going to start taking it on my Terminator there. So looking for a 3 up. Nope, failed. So what is it, D3 wounds? All right, let's try to see what that one is. See if he's still alive. 2 wounds, so he is dead. And then -1, so then it's 2 more now that are going to be at 4 ups. Oh, okay, make 1. Doesn't make a difference. So that means another guy is dead. All right, brutal. But these guys now will attack in there. So that's 4 attacks that are coming in here, hitting on 3s. All right, so that is 3 hits. Does he have the -1 to the wounds? That's him. So it's -1 to wound. So it usually would be a 3 up to wound. Now it becomes a 4 up. It's 1 wound. 4 up invul save. He's good. Now that's the end of the turn here. So we're gonna go to the morale phase here. They lost 5 guys that turn to brutalness. So rolling +5, 9. I'm gonna and they shall know no fear. So re-roll to 3, which is good. 8. Woo. Okay, they're good. And that's it for the Ynnari turn. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Deathwatch here. This guy moved up. They fell back over that way. And that is it, because I've only got 3 models as well now. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, now he is going to fire in with his plasma cannon. Heavy D3. 1. So now it's going to be hitting on 3s because it's -1 to move since it's heavy. That's a hit. Strength 7 would be wounding on 2s, but it's -1 to wound, so wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 4 up invul save. Oh, he's good. And now the heavy flamer is going to fire into him. D6. Oh, 1. I'm going to spend, I think, my last command point to reroll that. 4, much better. So now we've got 4 hits with the heavy flamer. Strength 5, toughness 3. So it would be wounding on 3s, but now it's wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. Yep.
4 up invul.
4 up invul. No, takes a wound. 6 up because of leadership. Oh no, it still takes a wound. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. He is going to charge into him. So Overwatch with the Neural Disruptor on a 6. That's a hit. Strength 3, so wounding on 6s. No wound there. And now the hallucinogen grenade launcher.
1d6.
1d6. That's not a hit. All right. And now his charge distance is way in. All right. And now he is going to attack into him first. So I've got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Okay, 3 hits. It would be wounding on 2s, but becomes wounding on 3s because of him being the Shadow Seer. All right, so we've got 2 wounds. 2, 3 up. 4 up makes 1 of them, right?
Right.
All right.
So how much damage is it?
That is going to be 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah.
3
so
6 ups.
3 6 ups. No. So that is Slay the Warlord. Woo! And that is it for the Deathwatch turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Ynnari on turn 4. All right, movement phase. He moved up to there. She just shuffled over this way, and that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting with the psychic phase, she's going to cast smite into these guys over here. So looking for a 5. That goes off. So D3, 3. So that unit is wiped. And now he is going to cast Doom onto him, looking for a 6, right?
Yes.
That goes off. And then he's going to cast Smite onto him, looking for a 5. No, it does not go off.
I think I'm down to 2, so I'll spend 1 now.
1 more? Oh, so it does go off. D3, mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds, so 3 6s to ignore those wounds. Nope, not a single 6, so he takes 3 more wounds. Shooting phase, he is going to shoot his Singing Spear at him, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Strength?
It's strength 9 when shooting, but it always wounds on 2.
Always wounds on a 2, okay. That's a wound.
so AP 0.
AP 0, so 3-up save. That's a save. And that is the end of the Ynnari turn, so we will come back to you with after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 4. All right, movement phase, he just jumped back onto the objective here, so moving on into the shooting phase, he's going to fire into him. So heavy D3, 1 hit shot, hitting on a 3 because it's -1 to shoot. Okay, glad I didn't supercharge it. So yeah, that is the end of my turn. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Ynnari here on turn 4. So movement phase for the Ynnari. He moved up and advanced over here, and that's it. And she just stood still. So that's it for movement phase. We'll come back to you with a psychic phase. Starting off, she is going to cast Ancestor's Grace onto him. Looking for 6? No, it does not go off.
That's sad.
He is going to cast Smite onto the Dreadnought here. Looking for a 5. Oh, does not go off.
I'll use my last.
Gonna use the last command point to try to roll it, and it does go off. So D3 mortal wounds, 1 wound. Looking for that 6-up. Nope. And she is gonna cast Lore of the Phoenix, Word of the Phoenix onto him.
Charge 7.
Looking for 7. That goes off. And then he is going to cast Smite again onto him. So, looking for 5. That goes off. D3. 3. So here goes. I got 2 wounds left.
3 6-ups.
I need to make 2 to keep him alive. Looking for 2 6-ups. No, I got none. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this ends. With a Ynnari tabling. He had 2 units left. 2 models left on the table. But that got brutal. All those smite rules, smite saves got, yeah, they obliterated me. But that was pretty brutal and awesome. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought, you know, my Deathwatch did what they were supposed to do, and I finally got to use the Xeno phase swords effectively, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think my list may have suffered from a lack of mobility, so maybe I need to look into trying to up their mobility, which would be nice. But otherwise, I think it went pretty well. I was actually pretty happy with how they performed this game against the Ynnari. I mean, they took out all of his Harlequin units and most of his Ynnari stuff, so there was only 2 models left, which is pretty good. And at the end there, if he had survived there, it would have been the end of turn 5. After my turn, if he had survived, we would have gone down to... We each would have held our objective, so that's 3 points. I had First Blood and Slay the Warlord. He had Slay the Warlord, so I would have won. So, but he tabled me, so that is a very, very well-earned victory there. And Linebreaker would have had a thing. So, but yeah, so that was pretty brutal there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly did. Ynnari are quite a force to be reckoned with. But you know, Deathwatch, there was good. It was the problem is every one of my guys is like you know, is a special little snowflake, and I don't want to lose any of them. So when he's throwing mortal wounds at me, I'm like, I have to choose which guy's gonna go away. It was frustrating. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun, really brutal, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been RJ, and until next time, have fun.